It was a little after midnight, and I was on my usual drive home from work. I just finished a late shift and was cruising through the back roads outside of my town, which is pretty uneventful and tucked away in a rural part of northern Pennsylvania. The roads out here are quiet at night, just endless cornfields, patches of forest, and the occasional mailbox. I drive a convertible, and it was one of those warm mid-July nights, about 75 degrees with a breeze, so I had the top down and the music low. I was going around 50 on a stretch with cornfields on one side and thick woods on the other when I suddenly heard a scream. A woman's scream. It was loud, shrill, and sounded terrified. My heart dropped. It came from somewhere on the side of the road, but in the moment I couldn't tell exactly which side. I slammed the brakes, came to a screeching stop, and shut off my music. I listened. Then I heard it again, clearer this time, coming from the left. From the woods. It wasn't just a scream. It was crying. A woman's voice, sobbing and calling for help. Without thinking too hard, I jumped out of the car. I grabbed my collapsible baton from the back seat, I usually carry it just in case, and started toward the tree line. "Who's out there?" I called out. Almost immediately, the woman screamed back, "Please help me." I started running. Branches and thorns whipped at my arms as I pushed into the woods, trying to follow the sound of her voice. She kept crying out, "Help." Every few seconds, just enough for me to keep moving in her direction. But here's where things got strange. No matter how far I ran, her voice never seemed to get closer. She kept screaming like she was just ahead, but the distance never changed. I was sprinting straight toward her cries, and it felt like I was stuck in place. Then I shouted, "Where are you?" 5 seconds later, another cry, "Help." Same tone. Same distance. That's when I stopped. My instinct started screaming louder than she was. Something was off. Very off. I looked around and suddenly realized I was deep in the woods, no lights, no sounds, just her voice in the dark. And it was as if it was following me. Like it was moving with me. Mimicking distance. My whole body went cold. I turned and ran. Harder than before, crashing through brush and branches. But as I ran, I kept hearing the woman's voice calling out, "Help," same exact distance, same exact volume. It felt like she was chasing me now. I didn't stop until I saw my headlights flashing through the trees. I burst out of the woods, jumped into my car, and peeled out of there. My heart was pounding the whole ride home. Once I calmed down a little, I called 911. I told them what happened, and they said they'd send someone out to check. I didn't stick around, and honestly, I didn't want to talk about it for a while. It just felt wrong. But a week later, I was watching the local news, and a story came on that made me sick to my stomach. A man had found the body of a woman in her 30s while walking his dog in that same stretch of woods. No signs of foul play. No clear cause of death. No identification at the time. The exact spot wasn't revealed, but the anchor mentioned it was near Route 214. That's the road I was driving on. The patch of woods I ran into. Same general area. It's a big forest, sure, but the timing, the screams. I've tried convincing myself it was a coincidence. Maybe I imagined the whole thing. Maybe it was an animal. Maybe it was just some cruel prank. But deep down, I don't think it was. I think I heard her. And I think she wanted to be found.